4 points then still the difference at the top of the Italian table. Juve and Lazio both registering victories today. To reflect on them, we welcome Stewart, Robson to the show. Robbo, I know it's late. Why are you in your pyjamas?
Well, I was watching the game in pyjamas, so I thought I might as well stay in them. You know, it's called fashion, Dan. I think that's something you wouldn't know too much about.
Are they silk?
No, funnily enough, no. Cotton, I think.
All right, let's get to the action, shall we? Juve against Genoa, not really a lot happened until Dybala opened the scoring in some style. He's looked good over the last few weeks.
He certainly has. He's playing in that sort of centre-forward role, but he's not really playing as a centre-forward. He's dropping off, coming deep to get the ball. That's one of Juve's problems. In the first half, there was only one player that made a run. Ronaldo made one run in behind where the goalkeeper made a good save. The rest of the time, they're coming short to get the ball. And that was the only way they were going to score. Dybala came short, great little turn, and as he's been doing in recent weeks, bent it into the corner. He scored some great goals in the last few games. He looks probably the best he's played at Juventus at the moment.
We saw cracking goals overall, because then Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up. Vintage Ronnie, give him a little bit of space, opens up, bish, bash, bosh, no problem.
Well, he'd had two good shots from distance in the first half, which Perrin saved. Then he had one where he made that forward run, which I was talking about, the only forward run they made in the first half, and he got a shot away. And then that one was brilliant. You know, the defender backed off. He then took it to the right-hand side and bent it with power into the corner. The goalkeeper had no chance. And every time he did shoot, he hit it with power, and he looked to be good, as he is, very good technically. But he still isn't making enough runs in behind. He's not dynamic enough when he's working with the other players, but a good finish from him.
And then Douglas Costa got involved.
Yeah, he came on as a late sub, I think for Bernardeschi, or maybe he came on for Dybala, and he did exactly the same thing. When the ball came back to him, he found himself in a bit of space, just chopped it onto his left foot and bent it into the corner, and the goalkeeper didn't even dive. 3 great goals, but I would say that's one of Juventus' problems at the moment. They have to score great goals because they're not getting enough players in the box. They're not making runs in behind the opposition. So they have to score those good goals rather than the little tap-ins. And that would be the worry against a side like Atalanta, which they've got in a couple of weeks' time. They've got some big games coming up.
The best of the 3 for you, Robbo?
I'm going to go with Dybala because the other 2 are good, brilliant strikes. But Dybala still had to turn away from a couple of challenges. He still had to manipulate it onto his left foot. And he still had the composure to finish it into that far corner. He knew exactly what he was doing. Great goal. Preceding
that, of course, we saw Lazio. They're making a habit of it, aren't they? Coming from behind to get the win, to keep the pressure on Juve. What did you make of their performance overall today? I thought they were excellent today. You could really see the shape they were trying to play. They got their wing-backs high up the field. They were helped by the way Torino played with 5 at the back and then a sort of diamond in midfield. So it meant the wing-backs and the wide centre-halves could get up at every opportunity. Radu, the left-sided centre-half, kept on hitting those sort of diagonal balls for Milinkovic-Savic to make his runs into the box. There was some good play between Caicedo when he was on the field and Immobile. The pass from Luis Alberto for the first goal was a brilliant one. I think most people thought he was going to try and bend it down the outside of the third centre-half, but he played it in between them. Immobile does what Immobile does, made the right run and then passed it into the corner. I was impressed with the quality of their play. I was impressed with their teamwork. The one thing that would worry me now is that Caicedo and Immobile are both suspended for the next game and they look particularly tired. They were tired against Fiorentina. They look tired in this game to a certain degree. They are running out of matches, though, overall, to try and close that gap. Juve don't really look like dropping points, although you mentioned they've got some big matches coming up. How would you split this? Let's play the percentage game. I like this, Robbo. How would you split it? Percentage. I think Juventus are going to 80% certs to win the title. But they've got to play Atalanta, who at the moment are the best side in Serie A. And they've got to play Lazio. If they lose to Atalanta, that will put the pressure on against Lazio. And if Lazio perform to the way they can cause them a problem. But Lazio are going to lose a game from now to the end of the season. So Juventus for me by about 80%.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.